Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching the channel and the videos. Sometimes they go real fast and sometimes they're slow. Happy rails to you. Thanks for watching. Hello, everybody. It's G-Man, My World 67, and we're back with part 3 of the rebirth of the M10005 engine and cars. This is the completion of this little mini series. Last on part 2, it ended with us having put the wheels on the passenger car and making preparation for the final stages. We're going to pick it up right there. And as always, I hope you enjoy the video. Hopefully we're going to be back on track and well, getting there anyway. So without any further ado, enjoy the video. Here we go. Okay, so got that all touched up, and we're gonna touch up this stripe down here. Oh, sorry. And something else red, or orangish red, that needed to do. Oh, yeah. Now, there were too many scratches, and a lot of them were really minor, so there was too many scratches to take care of all of them, but we took care of the major scratches. Then we went back over it with the orange Sharpie, which made it, put a tinge of orange in it to kind of make it match the coach itself. Once we spray it with the clear satin, it will come out to be pretty much the same color. All right, let's do the roof. We've already touched it up. And this is just merely a touch-up, covering the areas that were actually bare. I'm using here my trusty Expo pen. These are some smaller scratches here I'm touching up now. Just to put a little color back into the roof and do away with those smaller scratches. Again, we're not going to catch them all. We're just going to cover most of them. Those ones that really stand out. We'll let that dry and we'll come back. Here in a few minutes, and we'll go back over our touched up places. Here's the squaw bonnet. And as you can see, we've done some touch up to it. They're there in different places around it. That was the worst side, remember. That's why we have the roof done there in this area here especially. This side we have a couple areas here and here and here. We're going to take care of these lower areas first. On this side panel. Because we want them to dry. Where we can come back over it. And we'll do the roof. This roof didn't have a lot of small scratches on it, like the other two roofs. Now I did have an even darker green pen which would retint this paint almost perfectly. Of course, I do have the paint, but the can will not spray. I think I mentioned that in the first video. And that would have been even better. Had it sprayed. So, we're going to do what's necessary up to this point on this car. And then we're going to, while it's drying and setting up, we're going to search for the darker green paint to see green marker to see if we can find it. So that we can do an even better job. Now, keeping in mind, we're not going for perfection here, which some of you may know or have seen previous videos when my work has been a lot more entailed. I'm just trying to get these cars up to an operating standard to where they look nice and they're not rusty and not in disorder, but where they're in good working order and we've got as many of the dents or all the dents out of them that we can get out of them. And they'll operate in a more excellent way. And this has taught me something else while doing this video. And every time I do a chain of videos or a strain of videos, I come up with, I learn something a little different. And I found that in doing these cars, because of the nature of the colors of the cars, that I need a little more than my average or basic colors that I usually keep on hand. Why? Because these cars are actually an orangish, beigeish tenure. And instead of these being red, this is actually an orange. And I don't know whether you can tell it or not, but this is an orange. On some cars, it's a reddish orange. On this car, it's an orange. And there's not enough I guess you want to say deep enough bass in these to make a difference on the orange, but it works for other things, just tincture. I should let that dry some more before I started doing it. Okay. Some of you may have noticed that I have a process that a lot of us use, but especially when I'm doing lithography, I have my own lithography process that I'm not using today. I'm just touching and painting, touching it up. But I usually always, when painting, even on touch-ups, if it's a large area and I've had to end up spraying a whole surface area, even with the clear, I will usually normally stick these cars or one of these tin cars in the oven at 350. Or 375 for about 15-20 minutes in order to cure the paint. And that's one of the secrets of, if you will, painting or repainting, because that bakes your paint, that bakes your enamel. I have done it for 30 minutes, but you have to really be careful and watch it. That bakes your enamel and makes it, cooks all of the chemical out of the enamel, and then you let it cool and then put it under cold water. And the cold water causes it to harden. And you have a nice hard surface, almost like a glass surface. Okay, I think I've got everything covered now. So I'll let that sit. And we're going to find change the order of these again. Put that one back first, put that one second, and see if we can't find a green pin. We'll be right back. Okay, I found the darker green marker, but it's not at this point. It'll make a big difference. It's enough difference to be a difference. But this is still too fresh, I guess, for it to make a difference. So go back and see a couple of little areas that need a little more attention. All right. Well, we'll touch up the red, and then we'll let this all dry and take it outside and shoot it with clear. Here are our finished products. Now, as you can see, this car has been touched up on the roof. Hope you can see that. Got all our main big scratches. There's still some small scratches on here, but we're going to leave them. It's been played with. And we wasn't trying to completely restore it. We were just trying to make it look good and operational. So that's the the Omaha car. Excuse me. And this is the squaw bonnet. You remember on this side, we sanded that down. This was the worst side. Here, this Union Pacific I did by hand. It's not that great, but we'll redo it again later, probably. My hand's a little steadier, and now I've got the paint and the method to do it where I can do it a little better. But it still says Union Pacific. And the car's not out of shape now. We've straightened out the dents and everything. And the rust is gone. And the roof looks pretty good. Are they perfect? No, they're not. Were they meant to be perfect? Not even close. Just meant to look at them and be able to smile as we operate them. Not looking like rusty junk toys, but looking like toys that have been played with and enjoyed and will continue to be played with or ran and used by somebody until they are no longer of use to anybody. Hopefully, that's what's going to happen with these. Let's hook them up to the train now and watch the train go around. Okay, here we go. What happened? The car come off. Yep, right there. And this one's off too. Maybe these cars don't like this old 27 rail. What happened? Now there may be some kind of adjustment that I need to make. On the dovetails in these cars. Or just maybe that they don't like this old 27 truck for some reason. Well, it actually goes better backwards than it goes forward. I think we're going to have to adjust those dovetails a little bit. You like that diesel roar? That's my artificial G-marks, diesel roar. And we jump again. Now, I noticed the middle car is not touching the rails at all now. And as you saw, the middle car just came loose. So, I think it's evident that this need to be bent down just a little bit. And this one too. This was kind of a neat design Mark came up with when he came up with this design, actually. This Los Angeles seems to be the car that's causing all the problems. Well, that's all we have time for today. That completes this 3-episode, part 1, 2, and 3 of the rebirth of the Marks M10005 in cars. As I always say, remember, God loves you, God is love, and Jesus Christ loves you too. Happy rails. Until next time. Bye for now.